Lots of years of biology.
Hold on, I'll be back. I'm going to say hi to somebody.
It's all about like dating it properly as well, because
We can't use any of my artifacts for dating, unless we can get a really good copy of like a nail or a bolt. But at the same time, it's really difficult to use that. However, since they all kind of match the English imperial system, I can actually rule out our lower. I can rule out our lower age group because the way that the English imperial system was implemented as a standardized construction method for British company ships and naval ships. I can rule out the early 1500s, and I can rule out probably the mid to late 1500s. I mean, not 1500s. Sorry, 1600s. I can rule all of that out. Probably. I think we're looking at a ship built in the early 1700s.
I just like how you say probably.
Interesting. Yeah, well,
well, I'm an archaeologist, and any archaeologist that speaks in absolutes is an asshole.
I know it's kind of what you do.
Yeah. Any archaeologist that speaks in absolutes is an asshole because
it's almost
you don't know.
It's almost impossible to date it, you know, like perfectly. Like no way.
Yeah. In truth, you don't know unless at some point in time, like we have like modern records where on this day in history, this item was made. And if we can go back to an exact day in history and we know that on this day in history, it was recorded and written down that this thing existed, then we can say from that point on that all of these never happened.
Or you have like a date or a specific place where it's sunk or whatever, and then you can, you know, connect the dots. But otherwise, like if you just find a random ship, it's hard to pinpoint.
Which is another thing I'm working on the side is I'm trying to find the records of the Levant companies. Because I think that the ship belonged to the Levant company. It shows all the signs of a company vessel. So I'm trying to find the records of the ship dropping off the coast, where it dropped, and I'm trying to find the name of the ship because that hasn't been found yet.
Curious if you can use like neural networks for that, like artificial intelligence.
The problem is that the British government doesn't have the records anymore because they were destroyed by the Nazis in the 40s.
Oh, that's enough. What, the building got bombed?
Yeah. The building where all the records that I'm looking for, the insurance claims were destroyed during fires during the bombings in the 40s.
That's sad, actually.
Yeah, that's a big problem when you're looking through certain records. And also, the British are really shitty about keeping records.
Oh my God!
No, they really are.
And I was talking about my game. Fuaika just one-shotted Helgoland.
That happens all the time.
What got him?
It was like one shot. He was 100% at Helgoland. And Huayga shoot one salvo and that's it. Explode. Instantly.
If it's a good salvo, yeah. I just got like hammered by a fucking...
This thing, when you get a battleship, you do that to someone else, so...
Yeah.
There is a pain threshold to go through. And I did it 5 times because I got battleship, I got all of them. So I've been through that. The worst one was the Italians, which was only at 5-3, and you were constantly got up here. That was a bit tough, but I got there in the end.
It's Dante, and you can just slap everything.
Yeah, but like the Italian cruisers are kind of like 5.7 materials, are they not? Like the Zara class is pretty good, is it not?
The Zara is amazing, but
Zara
that's the only
good,
one.
but it's 5.3 for a reason.
So what do you guys think about the new vehicles getting added in the direct hit update?
I think that
then what warship?
Fucking getting an unnecessary premium again.
Yeah.
Okay, but what warships do you guys think are gonna?
Well, we haven't really seen any. You know, there's.
I know, but like ideas from like the past leaks and stuff.
We have a Tech Tree Baltimore, which would be pretty cool.
3 inches, like automatic stuff. Though they kind of overheat, like they're not like the British.
If they don't give me a 6.3 chip, I need something to actually want.
Though I'm a little disappointed that we don't have a Des Moines in the game yet. I want a Des Moines.
I want that. I want that as well. Yeah, exactly. Well, we already have battleships, so where's the hurt in having a Des Moines?
Yeah, what's the hurt in having automatic 8-inch guns?
You want a list?
Like, don't you want Baltimore's that have the same fire rate as the Cleveland?
I think would it not be like 10 seconds reload? I'm not sure what the fire rate is.
It's auto loaded, so I think it's about the same as the light cruisers. But
I thought it was like 10 RPM for the Des Moines, but I'm not 100% on that.
And I just ammo racket Chapayev with my HE ammos. Ready? Russian ship versus Russian ship. It's like HE is a good thing then.
Use the force of high explosives.
High explosive used to be insane.
Use the force of high yield explosives.
Now I got wrecked by Cleveland.
Like I remember one-shotting Brooklyn and stuff in the Grash Bay when the HE was crazy. It was so good, like just.
You can still do that same thing with Russian AP.
If you have Russian bullshit round, you can use the HE round that is labeled as a SAP round somehow in War Thunder.
Yeah.
And you can use that. Yeah.
SAP is still pretty good. That's
the hard tip HE round, which has like no penetration capability in the real world, now can penetrate like 400 millimeters of armor in Gaijin's mind.
Yeah, you mean the battleship round? Yeah, that's kind of bullshit. Like the penetration.
Yeah, because it's not a SAP round. I've done a lot of research on it. The round is not a SAP round. What it is it's an HE round that has a harder nose cone on it.
It's like an American common shell. They shouldn't penetrate for 100. Sure.
No, the common shell should. The common shell should actually. Those are actual SAP rounds. So the HE round the HE round that Gaijin has incorrectly listed as a SAP is not a SAP. It is literally a high explosive round with a more rigid nose cone on the front of it, because the Russians had to develop a new HE round to replace their old one, because during World War II a lot of people were having problems with the warhead's penetration cone wasn't sturdy enough, and they would explode. Like every country in the world had the problem. The US had it, the British had it, everybody had the problem. So instead of changing the explosive type that was in the cone, they just added more material to the cone to keep that premature detonation from happening.
Can somebody remove these OP AI coastal ships in the fucking top tier games?
No. A really good time at the moment.
Yeah, I spawned with my airplane and the AI coastal ship shoot my plane down after I was being in the air like 3 seconds. Other side of the map.
Yeah, would you rather be AI Baltimore's?
No. I don't care. Oh yeah, cause they are only shooting the fucking AA. Why not?
It could also be AI American destroyers out there.
Yeah,
that would be worse.
Honestly, the AI coastal boats. I know it's bullshit that their AA is laser beam accurate, but it's better than what it could be.
Better to have no AIs at all.
Yes, because then you'd be playing games at 5-on-5. I want them to add more AI to Naval. I want them to add like AI flight groups that fly around and attack ships.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, that would be good actually. More roleplay, you know.
Yeah, it'd be awesome that way, because that would also take some of the pressure off of pilots, like some of the AAA pressure, because especially when you attack a group of enemy ships, you're fucked, because there's like 4 ships all together. But if there's like 10 other planes in the sky, that they're all targeting something else, and you might have a chance to sneak in and get a kill.
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't. It doesn't even need to be a group. If it's a ship with AA, like a Cleveland or a Baltimore, you're fucked.
Yeah. So if there's just
Or like
static
this
planes flying around
BR,
ahead.
what his name is? BR 106 or 206.
Yeah. So I'm a big proponent of adding AI planes, or instead of having AI players, AI ships on the game, you have AI planes flying around, and they just have like infinite respawn.
Like there was in Easy, when there was those Easies, there was AI bombers and etc.
You have AI as flying around as attackers, and they have infinite respawns. And they just keep coming in, keep coming in, keep coming in. That would be.
I wouldn't mind that. But what would they do to like beat?
Or maybe give them like 5 respawns. Like they get the same amount of respawns as players get with their 5 possible, but they're all planes instead of ships.
I'm playing such an old game right now.
Of course, it would really suck if you're that battleship player that plays by himself and you're all the way out there with no AA cover.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
But it'll at least it'll encourage people to play like team play. Okay, great, you have a battleship. But now that we know that there are planes in the sky always, it'll get more people playing with AA rules. Like you'll have more people playing with the Atlanta as an anti-aircraft ship instead of just
or just when you get up like a 5.0 destroyer, you can actually do something else than just get.
You actually have a purpose in battle because yeah.
Okay, that fucking Oregon is opening up on me. That's not good.
Can't wait till I never have to fly a MiG again. An early MiG. I don't mind the 21s, even though I still don't like the way they fly. I don't even really mind the 19s, but the MiG-15 and the MiG-17 are horrible planes.
So why are you bothering to do if you already have the 21?
Well, I have the Chinese 21, and I have the PFM for the Russians. I don't have the MiG-19, and I don't have the Yak-38, and I don't have the Su-7. So the best way to get those quickly is MiG-15 fish. Yay!
Good luck.
I mean, I think like those planes are fine. It's just that the matchmaker is shit nowadays. Like,
they're horrible because now that they've actually modeled sabers incorrectly, the sabers outfly them every time because now they can roll without snapping their wings. The heyday of the MiG-15 being amazing was the fact that the game was made to the point that if you tried to do a roll with a saber at any time while doing any real speed, you would die.
Some of them still do that. It depends on the model. Like,
it depends on how fast you're going. Like you have to be going really fast in order for it to happen. But I think that's the American design model versus the Russian model.
My problem is like the up tier and all the premiums, like the high tier premiums that are there. I don't think the MiG
with this thing right now. Not with 8.0. Most 8.0 and 8.3 are a good place to sit if you just want to play low tier jets. You're not gonna get up tiered and you're not gonna get hurt. It's the old 8.7 model. Like 8.7 used to be the best place. In fact, I still like 8.7. It's my favorite BR for jets. Because it's got my favorite planes. Go 8.0. Let's go 8.0.
There we go.
so many of them here. I'm gonna get fucked.
I have a horrible thumbnail.
Torpedoes just sail straight past me at the spawn. It's like, okay.
There's like a bunch of them pushing Bravo, basically. 4 or 5 cruisers here.
Yeah, but there is battle cruiser, battleship.
Gunship, you think we'll see a divided tech tree for aviation this patch?
It would make a lot of sense to get more players in the game if we had that, because there's so many young players that look at the tech tree and say, I don't want to start off with a World War I airplane.
Is the battle cruiser seaside?
It would make a lot of sense to do that, but I don't think
I know
do
literally 20 people who would play this game tomorrow if they brought out a patch that said you could start off with a MiG or a Saber.
But Guardian would say, you want to start off with it, yet go and buy the F5C. There you go.
Yeah, but then you still have to grind your way to the jet, through the jet line.
Yeah, but relatively speaking, that's quite quick.
Yeah.
You know, that if you got the F5C, right, that's almost like the you can't do no wrong type of plane, right? You just fly around and shoot things. You can outturn pretty much anything.
Then for like a week, you have to play with the one vehicle. That could be kind of boring.
Yeah.
But that would also mean like all the premiums are useless, just like they did with naval. Like when the tech tree splits, half of the premiums become useless.
No, they don't. Well, I mean, yeah, for new players, they're not useless. For us, yeah, because all this actually, but I'm getting a lot of use out of the Spaviero and the Freccia because I didn't have Italy maxed out. Same with actually most of the small boats. Like you can ask Gunship. I'm pretty much like I didn't give a fuck about any of the coastal boat fleet until they started adding all the nice frigates and corvettes to them. And now I'm pissed because I didn't invest in it like Gunship did, so I don't have all the nice frigates and corvettes.
Nice.
I know, but what I mean is you could use the small boat and like research and destroy. I don't know.
Well, no, but now
I don't know.
small boats to research
B,
small
there's
boats.
way more people close to B, but I don't know if we're gonna manage to push anything. But
I don't think that the frigates should be in the. I think they should be in the blue water tech tree and not in.
That's what I mean. Is that like if I had a premium PT boat, I could research like a destroyer or something. But now I can't anymore because the tech tree split. And it's the same for the destroyer. Like if I had, you know, like
yeah,
I
but
did
now you can use your premium PT to research a PT boat.
Well, if you have it, you know, like so. For example, I did the event and I have the Phelps, right?
Right.
The American destroyer. Like I could research like all the PT boats with that if I wanted to, but now I can't because the tech tree split.
Now you can't. That's true, but
While
you had it, you could have done it because you had enough time at the time to have done that if you wanted to.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
you chose not to, but that's a different thing.
Yeah, I may, you know, had the time, but what I mean is the option to do it. Like I don't like splitting the tech tree just because of that, because you basically need like.
I think that splitting the tech tree was the best thing they could ever have done to naval.
The thing that they could have ever done. The only thing they fucked up on is that instead of saying that destroyers are 1-0 and just stretching the tech tree like they should have, they kept it compressed as far as BR goes, which is stupid.
I mean, the test we did does completely prove that me in one battleship could take down 4 cruisers and 4 destroyers. You know, that shows.
Yeah, of course.
That's
of course.
The only way I can defend that is if the matchmaker put equal amount
only
of battleships
only one battleship, exactly, yeah.
But
they don't do
the
that.
amount of battleships that a player can spawn, like, you get one. Period. Like, no, you don't get to back up.
The amount of things that cost you repair, as soon as you die in one, you spawn another one.
Yeah. Like, you
and
don't
otherwise I would just play Germany and then I got like 3 battleships. That's different.
I don't think that's enough because like the
one baby.
The numbers are not
You limit the amount that you can put on the field at any time, and you limit the amount that a player can put it. Bring it to
you have to do it at the same time, because I had games where like we had one battleship and the enemy has 4. Like
it's not just ships that need that done. Like tanks has needed that done since the beginning. Like that the whole reason that we have the stupid form of our tank RB that we have now, which is horrible compared to what they originally launched, is because all the German players cried like little bitches because they were getting overrun when the Russians realized that they could use the T-34-85 and get 2 spawns and kill Tigers. And instead of using their Panthers, using big boy brains, all the German players continued to use Tigers and Tiger 2s and cried because they were dying instantly to one-shots and not getting a spawn.
I smartly went to the I smartly went to the Panther.
Yeah,
and refused
instead
to
of
play
using
the Tiger
their
for
big boy
years.
brains, using the Panther, which has more pin than a Tiger 1, and more protection on the whole. Like, no. Yeah.
I play the Tiger sometimes just for the Eagles.
Now granted, removing the ability to spawn a plane first in tanks was probably a smart move, even though I disagree with it. I miss being able to kill the entire enemy team as soon as the game started.
Yeah, I actually like that, because I play Sim where you can spawn a plane at the beginning, and that's really bad in Sim, like, because you get bombed, like, you drive like 1 minute and you get bombed. That's just not.
Yeah, I remember also that
not
in the early days when I first played this game, you respawn, game start, and suddenly B-17 is top of you, and boom.
Well, that was actually a move before the Americans got there, but it was it was back when it was only Germany and Russia, and what I would do is I would spawn him with the Focke-Wulf F8 and rush with the 1 kilo bomb, and then I would rush the enemy spawn, and so you have all the Russians over there with their IS-2s going slow and all clustered up.
Yeah.
Drop a bomb and get the 4 kills.
No, it was like drop a bomb and get 12 kills. Because the way the bomb mechanics worked back then was all the blast force went out instead of up. It's one of the things that they changed that's made it really difficult. Is all the blast force used to go out and to the side instead of up. So you used to be able to drop a bomb, like a 1K bomb, and just sling it, and have it on certain impact and not have to worry about dying. And you could do that from about 1,500 feet.
The blast,
like right
the blast radius, was much larger. Like, even the PA, like people think the PA blast radius is big now, but it was bigger in the past. Like I remember playing like Squadron Battles on that city map, like Advance to the Rhine, and a single bomb killed like 7 of their players. Like out of 8, 7 died from the fucking P8, and they were like behind buildings and stuff. They had plenty cover, but it didn't matter because the bomb has such a big radius.
I can tell you this, that when I played Squadron Battles, we actually won a tournament and made a lot of money, and in the championship round, because.
Where's the Colossus, the battleship?
Yeah, in the championship round of that tournament, we won in 2 games. We swept them. In both games, we won because because I dove in and kamikaze their guys on the Berlin map, and killed all 8 of them on the ground with one run with a Bearcat. I had a Bearcat with 3 bombs, and I killed all 8 guys.
Yeah.
And then so the second time, they put all their AA up front and tried to roll out on column. We called that formation Dragon. They would run 3 to 4 AA and 3 to 4 heavy tanks.
Exactly.
But no, I was just a really good pilot, so I zoomed in there for the second time, and they killed me the second time. But I already got all 3 bombs planned out, and 1, 2, 3, and they all died.
I know a guy that was lucky, like really lucky one game, and got like 8 kills, like the whole team in the Mark 21st bit. He was always like talking about that and bragging.
Yeah, I used to be really good with impact bombs, but I can't do it anymore. I've tried to get good at it again, but my brain still thinks that I can run attack runs from like less than 1,000 feet, which you can't. The blast radius is gonna kill you. because all the explosive force goes up now instead of out. So you're gonna get killed every time.
Yeah,
you have a delay timer you can put on your bomb, so.
Yeah. With a delay, like I have it set to a half second, which is more than good enough. But it used to be so much better. But now I'm actually getting pretty good at skipping bombs off buildings and like ricocheting them around corners. Like, oh yeah, I don't have a direct line of sight, but if I bounce it off of that building, it'll bounce back and hit you.
Yeah, I got the Dreadnought.
Get really good at that when they went to the when they forced everybody to play with the arcade bomb system, where it put in a was it 5 or 7 second bomb delay, stupid like that. I was like, what is this nonsense?
I remember when you had that in realistic, like air realistic as well. Dude.
Yeah, that was the first bomb nerf. Was they nerfed it to like a 5.5 or 6 second bomb delay. But it wasn't impact delay, so it was from height. So if you went way up high and dropped your bomb, it would detonate on impact, which is the way it works in arcade. But that was so bad. Like you had to like plan your runs. Like, okay, there's a guy right there. I gotta fly in front of him and drop this bomb, and then hope that in 5 seconds he keeps riding into it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, it depends. If you're like in a P8 and the bomb is big enough, maybe it counts.
And then a few months later, they switched it to 3.5 seconds, which at least made it playable. Bombs were all of a sudden playable. Everybody had already switched off bombs by then, though. Everybody was using rockets. That's when rockets were king, and people were using the RP3s and detonating your tracks and blowing your whole tank up by hitting your tracks.
That's when that guy, I think, got 8 kills when the rockets used to be crazy. Like you could shoot an HVAR or something near a Tiger 2 and he would detonate. Like, it was crazy.
Remember when I was playing with Aces and Eights and we were #1 on squadron battles, and we got a new guy who thought he was hot shit because he was good with rockets, and he was always talking shit like, why do you bring bombs on your Bearcat? Why don't you bring the Spitfire with that? Why do you bring a Bearcat with bombs? Blah blah blah. And then first game I get like 4 kills on the ground and 2 air kills, and everybody's like, that's why, because he's better than you. Like, see?
Yeah,
like,
rockets.
We know what we're doing. Like, rockets are nice, but bombs are guaranteed boom boom.
I remember when the Horton 229 was added, everybody would fly around with their cannons on that Horton 229 would go pop, 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 and like destroy everything.
I'm still not good at killing people with guns with the Hortons and all the German guns.
Because you haven't used the B335B2.
I think I've only killed one vehicle with the Horton.
I'm just not good at doing it with the prop planes. I'm really good at with like the M61. You give me an M61 and I'll strafe an enemy tank and murk it. But when it comes to the 30s on the Germans, I'm just not good at it. But man, there are some people who are fucking good at that, and they're just like, I know guys that can use the high calibers like the ducks. I can't hit shit with the duck. Like the 75 on the duck, I'm gonna miss 99% of the time. The 102 on that Italian plane, I wish that I could kill somebody with it, but I can't. I'm such a bad shot. The only kill I have with it, the only air kill that I have that's not from the turrets, is I shot a B-17 with it one time. I shot a B-17 with a 102mm cannon. It's like, die. Thump. Everything else is from the turrets.
I took down a TU-4 earlier today. He was not happy.
How'd you kill him?
Actually, with the Swedish 105,
Put a missile up his booty?
No. Cannons.
Ooh.
And I mean, I had to be careful because he's guns.
I wouldn't be happy either because those fucking like you got in gun range and lived.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be a little upset too. Like.
Yeah. So the 105 has two 30mm gun pods, right? And yeah, that's it down.
I usually don't even fuck with that anymore. Anytime I fight a TU2, it's usually I got missiles and I'm like, okay, box 1, go away.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay if you can get behind them, right, and then you send a missile because they can't move for shit. But yeah, it's I was.
I actually had one shoot my missile down, and I had to applaud him. I let him live. I was like, what the? Like, have you ever seen that? One of them actually shot down my missile. It's like, okay, you get to live, because that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody do that.
Yeah, I think that might have been like a 1 in a million.
Let me. Thing I wish I recorded.
I mean, the missile is an object because you sometimes see the missile right when you get hit by it.
First. Yeah. Okay.
Now I've seen a lot of AA tanks shoot down missiles. That's happened a lot. Hell, I've even shot down some missiles that were coming my way in my AA tank.
I've done it with a machine gun.
Yeah, I've done it with a top-mounted machine gun, and I've done it with the AA tanks and the missiles. Like the ADATS missiles can actually intercept other missiles and detonate on them. Yeah.
British Air Tours had a crash.
I've done it with Tunguska as well.
Yeah.
With cannons.
Yeah. But I've never seen a plane do it up until I saw that Tu-4 do it. I was like, holy shit! Like,
well, it has a huge amount of cannons, so a barrage of cannons might intercept the missile.
Yeah, pure luck. But I mean, that's congratulations to you. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, yeah.
Until he started talking shit, and then somebody else pulled up behind him and shot a missile at him, and they killed him instantly. And they're like, yeah, you. They're like, no skill, just luck. It's like you just.
I am in my Detroit. I'm scaring away at Prince Oregon.
You know, I'm enjoying Minecraft right now. I think I'm going back into Minecraft.
Does that mean you go on mute again?
Am I?
Does that mean you're gonna disappear forever? Please say yes.
No.
Gonna keep mining into a big dark hole.
I gotta continue promoting the iNAVY. I mean,
Are you gonna get the 1 million enchant mod?
Do it.
Have you seen that?
Is
There's
that
a video
a
out
thing?
there. Have you seen that? Yeah. Google Minecraft 1 million enchantment thing and watch the video. It's a friend of mine plays a lot of Minecraft, and he sent that to me because I hate Minecraft. I don't know why he sent it to me, but I was like, holy shit, this makes me want to play Minecraft.
There's a Reddit thing. Hold on, let me type it in YouTube. iNAVY. Oh wait, I can't say that because it's copyright. And I know somebody is streaming. Yes, Gunship is actively streaming right now.
Are you streaming on YouTube?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I switched from. I did 2 hours on Twitch. Got not a single hit, so I thought I was doing YouTube instead.
I'll be good then.
Yep.
I won't say bad things.
Yeah, like how I started to say some bad things, and then I saw him. I think I saw him when I was looking up something for another game. I was like, oh, okay, Gunship's out and about right now. Oh dear.
I always get Gunship's stream recommended to me.
I do too. I wonder why that happened. Maybe it's because we hit, subscribe.
While I'm not home.
Yeah. I hate Gunship's fucking stream while I was at work the other day. I was like, should I do it?
Always do it. That would be good support.
But I sit like right in the middle of the office.
I'm sure if I don't know what the magic is. I think if you actually got up to, I don't know, 10 or 20 or something like that, all of a sudden you'll have some momentum, right?
I usually play Minecraft on with servers who have really cool plugins. So pretty much they have mods that I don't have to download.
Get the 1 billion enchant though. Find the video. Play it.
I haven't found video yet.
It was like one of them was like loot times 1 million. So when you killed something, it was like loot explosion. One of them was like mining times 1 million. So whenever he used his pickaxe to fucking hit diamonds, it pooped out like 1 million diamonds.
You can do that. I've actually done that in game before. You can do that without the mod.
Is that like just a regular game enchantment table?
Well, yes, it's a regular enchantment table, but you can't normally access that with the normal enchantment table. The highest it usually goes is level.
Right. It's a different table, but like.
But you can access it through doing console commands.
How high you need to fly to be safe against the AAs?
About 2.5, 3 kilometers.
How much?
2,500 to 3,000 meters.
Okay, I'm 3.7, so let's see what happens. Does the Hawaii shoot me down instantly, or what's happened?
But it does help. Remember, all AAs shoot where they think it's going to be, so you need to still change your course a little bit. You know, don't.
5-inch will still shoot. You'll still have the heavy guns firing at you, but you won't have as many of the small guns.
No, all guns lead. All of them lead.
The closer you get, well, it depends on how far you are. Yeah, all guns lead, but only certain fire. Depending on your distance.
So, use your elevator to help you along.
Up and down, left and right.
Yeah, wiggle
Side to
like
side.
a like a dolphin.
Wiggle.
Side to side, like a roller.
Like I go up and down, and then I do big left and right sweeps, and then go up and down again, and then do the run. That's with torpedoes. If I'm dive bombing, I just go straight above them and straight down. And I release from high up, like way up.
Gunners are searching for airborne and surface targets.
He drops it like the British dive bombers. Or actually, wait, what altitude did the Japanese dive bombers release from? Are they like the Americans where they practically kamikazed into the deck before they released?
The Japanese had to drop from high up. They had to drop from like 10 or 15,000 feet.
Ooh, ouch! That is pretty high.
They had to drop from a high elevation just so that the armor penetrators on their bombs would function properly. Would get enough
United
speed.
States would ride the aircraft all the way down to the ground pretty much, and then Germany they were low altitude from the beginning.
They would literally take it down to like 2,000 feet, and then drop the bomb.
Oh yeah.
They would take it down to where the bomb had less than a 2-second drop time. It also meant that the deviation, that the amount of deviation they'd have to account for was almost non-existent. That's why most Japanese dive bombers have have 3 seats instead of 2, is because there's an actual bomb site in the dive bombers.
All I want.
I was referring to the Hyena.
All I want is a Cessna with air-to-air missiles. Damn it.
Cessna.
Wasn't they going to put a Cessna in the game? I thought there was something about that.
No. It's from a different.
Oh yeah, there is, but we think it's for the April Fools. This inside the leaked game files. Doesn't mean that they don't work on it.
Never met her.
Wait a second. Did they fix a bug on BMD where you could bring more than 4 missiles?
You're talking about the
BMD4.
The BMD4?
Yeah,
does it have the same issue that the BMP2 does? The one that's squadron vehicle?
What issue is that? I don't have it yet.
You have to have the because technically you have 3 different weapon systems on board the vehicle.
Yeah.
So you have to bind them all to different things. So
no.
like the BM, I'll pull it up here in a second because I have all my tank bindings are all fucked because I got that vehicle and I had to change the way that I have my guns bound just to accommodate that plane or that tank.
So I don't know about the attacking stuff. I guess you could reassign it to something else, but the way I'm using it is just left click fires all like all main guns, but you can deselect guns as well.
Right.
But there was a bug with BMD. You could bring more than 4 missiles, and they seem to have fixed it already.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
I was running with 19 missiles yesterday and today. Had fun.
Cheetah! Cheetah!
Cheetah! Off with his head.
Just like how the used to be able to run full missiles on the Sheridan and on the MBT-70s.
I see. Yeah, I guess it's a bug.
Yeah, the MBT-70s and the Sheridans. Actually, I think you still can on the MBT-70s. The Sheridans used to be able to bring nothing but missiles. Now I think you can only bring 10.
Oh, what's the deal? The guy changed the F-82 for the P-13A. What the fuck? Jesus, bad gadget.
What about bad gadget? What?
The F-82 changed the group. He's a twin Mustang, he's Airpipe. He's one Airpipe. He's American.
It's still in the same place it was.
No, he's changed the group. I don't understand why, but okay.
Yeah, by the way, do we participate that tournament?
Yeah,
That tank tournament?
What's the deal, the tournament? What is it?
Sign up if you like. There's no...
It's only on the tank.
Oh yeah. Man, I am not good in tanks. Because...
Yeah, that's why I asked, do we organize anything on that or not? That was just my opinion asking.
What tanks are we playing with? I like tanks.
I think I'm gonna stop for the evening, Black. Thanks for the games.
No, you're
All right.
not. You're not gonna stop for the evening. You're gonna keep grinding. And keep putting out
I'm
videos.
already done all my grinding. I've got my market distinction and dedication and all that kind of stuff.
Man, the tanks is suffer operation,
Yes.
suffer tanks.
You must suffer.
Yeah.
I don't want to suffer anymore.
If we have to suffer, so do you.